1.2, we continue our conversation on the types of objections and how you can handle them. The book gives various ways, and I want to add to that by showing you what are some types of objections that you can get from your customers. So here is a picture, okay? It talks about 5 typical objections. The value, whether the product that you are selling, whether does it have enough value for the customer. You are proposing to sell some type of a seed. Now, will the seed really fit the needs of that potential customer? Okay, if it fits, if it is able to generate enough yield, then that is good value, otherwise it's not. If it is able to withstand drought, then it's a good thing, otherwise it's not. So they are having issues with finding the value. So if that is the case, then you as a salesperson have to highlight the value that it can provide. Timing. We already saw an earlier example of how somebody wants it in 45 days and you are wondering whether we can make it happen in 30 days or 45 days or 60 days. That can also make a difference. Emotional support. Now, salespeople are the ones that have to kind of provide the emotional support once in a while to your customers. Your customers are using your product for the first time, and if they don't know how to use the product, then they may be agitated a lot, so they may need some type of emotional support so that they won't feel bad about that. Sometimes they may just delay it. They may feel like this product is not needed right now and they want to postpone this purchasing decision to a later time. That is what we call a delay. If that is a delay, then you have to highlight the importance of implementing it now. You can say, hey, you know what, if you don't implement it now, then your competitor will take it away. We are already in conversation with some other competitors, and if they pick it up even before you do, then you are going to lose market share. So you have to show them the importance of buying it right now. And sometimes there may be a lack of desire. And in that case also you have to address it and then show, or you have to create interest in them so that they will be able to change their mind and start buying from you. So these are some important things that I want you to think about when it comes to some common objections. And I believe they are given in this particular video clip. Okay. Now, whenever there is an objection, view the objection as a question. They are just mere questions. You don't have to get so worked up that they don't like you. In very few cases, it may be the case that they may not like the salesperson, but you don't have to take it personally, and never take it personally, because in sales, you will be missing a whole bunch of people. If you talk to 100 people and if you make a sale to 5 or 10 people, then you are actually losing out on 90 different customers. And if you get rejected for each and every one of those lost opportunities, you will feel so bad. So you don't want to do that. So whenever you are getting an objection, treat it as a question. And then you should also ask yourself, why are they asking this question? So sometimes you can respond to an objection by asking another question. So sometimes you can respond to the objection with another question. Say, for instance, the question such as, can you share your concerns in this area? As a salesperson, you can ask that question. Is there another way to look at this to make it work for you? I understand that you are unable to buy this particular piece of equipment right now, but is there any other way how you would be interested in something else? So you can ask that kind of a question. So you are asking these questions so that you are answering their objection through one of your own questions. Sometimes you can restate the objections before answering the objection, because sometimes they may use it in one particular context. They may have a different way of thinking about that. They may use different words, and you may not be interpreting it in the same manner. For instance, this can happen very well in international settings. Some people may say fine or good, whereas it may generally be interpreted as okay, but in different cultures, the fine and good may not be exactly equivalent to an okay. In that case, you may want to restate the objection, why they are saying what they are saying, to make sure that you understand it. So you need to think about that as well. And the book also says sometimes it's really important that you breathe and listen and pause before you answer. Okay, pause for a few seconds. In those few seconds, you can really think about the answer that you want to give, and then it will come out properly and you can use the right set of words. If you put a wrong number over there, then you have to spend another 5 minutes to get that wrong number out of their minds before you again justify what you are trying to say. For instance, you are thinking of a profit margin of say 15% for the customer, but in the past you have seen only 10%, and if you tell them that if you implement this product you will get 10% profit, they may feel like, oh, for 10% is not enough. So you don't want to give the 10% number first. You can say there are different ways how it can be done, and we have seen at the lower end 10% and upper end it all depends on the situation. Like that, you will be able to restate your answer if you are able to pause and think about it. In some cases you do have to use referrals. Okay, so you have already worked with a particular customer and customer testimonies, and you can use those people that have already bought from you, and you can ask them to come and vouch for you. You may have a video that you can just pull and show it to them. Hey, you know what, you are thinking that you don't want to buy this say computer. Let us see what this particular person that bought say 10 of our computers say about it. So you will be able to use these kind of referrals and customer testimonies. And remember that you should answer every part of your objection. That is, don't avoid answering any part of an objection. If there are 4 or 5 people sitting in front of you and you are answering say the first 2 people's questions, but you are kind of ignoring the 3rd or 4th person's in question, other people will notice, and that means that's a bad sign as well. So you need to have some tactics when it comes to how you are handling these objections, how you are addressing the concerns of your potential customer. And in fact, there is a very nice video clip of how a person is dealing with objections in a car dealership. Okay, I encourage you to watch it between the minutes 2 minutes and 50 seconds to 7 minutes and 23 seconds. It's a pretty good one. And here are some examples that you can see here, and you can see how the testimonials and customer references can be very powerful when it comes to convincing your customer that they should buy from you. Again, you are using what the previous customers have said about you, and you are using it to justify why you are trying to make a sale right now. And always remember, never argue with the prospect. Your customer, he or she has a point to make and they are saying it. If they say it, just take it in. You may have a real good case to defend your case. You can defend it in a polite manner, but don't make it an argument. If you make it an argument, they will remember that you argued with them, which is a bad sign. Okay. In some cases, they may even go on social media, Facebook, Instagram, or some other website like LinkedIn, and then say some bad things about you. You like word of mouth, but you don't want bad word of mouth about your company or about the way how you interacted with them. So please keep these in mind so that you will be able to handle objections in an effective manner. So there are a bunch of do's and don'ts in case of handling objections as well, which we will cover in the next video clip. Okay.